Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I have an absolutely massive toy hauler for you. It actually won RV News 2022 Toy Hauler of the Year, but it is the 2022 Voltage 4225. This has one of my favorite interiors. The layout is just awesome. Plus you have all the room that you need, for sleeping, different people, and of course, all your toys. But again, this is the 2022 Voltage 4225. And if you guys are interested in seeing things like specifications, like the awning sizes, the weight, all that good stuff, you will find that down in the description of my video, along with my contact information. If you're interested in pricing, potentially purchasing one, or if you just have questions, I would love to hear from you. I am a salesperson here at RV Nation in Ohio, the largest towable dealership here in the country. Let's go ahead and get on into it. Today, about 10-15 minutes here on the inside, a couple moments on the outside. Show you some things in particular that I think are pretty cool. But right when you walk in, this thing has the wow factor. It is tall, it is light, it is bright. You have these massive slides. I am 6 feet tall, and this slide, you have plenty of headspace right here. You don't have to worry about it. You would quite literally probably have to be, center in the NBA to even worry about bonking your head on that. But I love how they did the decor. There is an option for a darker, if you don't like this kind of the light. But I love the way that the accent lighting kind of, beats off. Night gets, oh, geez, that Pete. Might edit that, I don't know. Anyway, I like how the accent lighting looks. It looks really nice. It bounces off the floor really nicely. You got this big open area with these dual opposing slides, on either side. It also allows you to have really nice size window. I can't get over what I just said. Jeez, oh Pete. We get the accent lighting on the top too. You have the Voltage, the V right there. These are also going to be, these recliners. Not only are they lit up there in the cup holder as well, but you have a heating and a massage mode. And then right here, you might be wondering what this is. This is for the subwoofer. So that way you can control the volume and the frequency. So this thing has a sound system, to get absolutely bumping, which what a lot of toy hauler customers, are about, kind of partying at the racetrack or, drinking beers, slinging a four-wheeler trip, all that good stuff. You have the IRV Technologies system. So you have a couple different zones, zone 1, 2, and 3. That's inside, outside, both sides. You get this Furrion fireplace, which is essentially a very fancy space heater, but it goes all the way up to 100 degrees. So it will, heat up this entire space, believe it or not, and really knock the chill off. On a day where it's 40 degrees, more than likely you don't even have to kick on the propane. So pretty cool feature to have. Swing back around here real quick. Fireplace, we went over that. You have the couple little cubbies there for some storage. You got 2 of these, bada bing, bada boom. And then you have a whole bunch of these kind of going up, and around this massive TV, which also has, some more storage, right up here. Speakers here up above. So you got speakers going throughout this. You're going to notice those. You also have another one, right up there, but pretty darn neat. As far as, sitting down chilling, you got a couple more recliners right there. A couple more right here. So plenty of sleeping just right out here if you need it. All of them come with that heat and massage. So it's not just on the one. It's on all of them. More windows with your nightshades. That way you can get your Dracula on or keep some nosy neighbor eyes out of there. Swinging around into the kitchen area, which is one of my favorite setups, on a toy hauler. But look how massive this pantry is. And they also have these little lips right here so that we don't have to worry about things rattling around and spilling out while you're driving. I have seen people put some mesh, across here, which I think is, pretty darn cool. This kitchen, to me, is just absolutely amazing. It is in a small, confined space, but it doesn't take up too much while sacrificing size. I think it's pretty darn neat that you get so much counter space, back here. You also get some accent lighting, tons of storage there up and around. You get kind of more of a residential feel with these fancy looking little light bulbs that have whatever that thing is called. That is sharp looking, along with some accent lighting there above, all the cabinets. You got a fantastic fan to kind of circulate and, get kind of the air moving on a stuffy day. That's definitely important. Another thing that I like, as you'll notice, solid surface countertops all throughout. And then right here, those are real tiles, you know, with real grout. So it's pretty darn cool. Not only does it look nice, but it's really nice and sturdy. The Insignia oven, if you're not too familiar with RV ovens, this is the industry's largest oven. You got your 4 stovetop burners. So your big burners here in the front, your smaller ones there in the back. But then check that out. You know, you have all the size that you need, you know, to put in a full-size turkey in that bad boy. More counter space, more accent lighting, more space just in general. You also have a nice little window right there. That's my phone case and the thing for my gimbal, but a stainless steel undermounted single bowl along with your high-rise faucet, which you can remove, do dishes all over the place. And then, you know, of course, I did mention storage, so I'll open up a couple of these for you. You know, give you an idea of kind of what you're working with there. Let's cut out that corner. It's not all that important. But, yeah, as you can see, and then, I don't know where I was going with that, but, yeah. So that gives you a nice little idea of what you're working with as far as, you know, storage space. There is plenty of it in this camper. And if you don't need it for sleeping, you can certainly use the loft for even more storage if you'd like. And you get your convection oven microwave, you know, as well. But check that out. I think this is awesome. It's a nice feature. Whether or not you got people that are going to be sleeping up there, it will work for all sorts of storage if you need. Now, unfortunately, I know this is a toy hauler video, and this might be a toy hauler sin, but I don't have the space here in the shop to open this up. We dropped all of our starter kits back behind that. But this gives you a nice opportunity to see this closed. You know, in just about every toy hauler video that I've seen out there, they're always open. So this is a pretty cool little setup, you know, to have it closed up. But you have tie downs all over the place. These are all rated, I believe, for about 2,000–3,000 pounds. So it's really overkill, you know, when you think about it. But you got plenty of space back here. Again, the garage length will be down in the description, you know, of the camper. But you got your 3 seasons patio door, which you can close up, you know, for spring or fall or, you know, winter, kind of keeping that heat in. And then if you were to drop the patio, they are on a 0 gravity setup, which is nice. So you won't have to worry about it slamming down on you. You're good to go. And then this, you know, we'll show you kind of how it tucks away. But this is going to be actually your patio setup. So that's what goes all the way around, you know, that back patio to kind of lock it in for a nice little card area, you know, chilling, playing some games, just hanging out, kind of enjoying the, you know, the nature of the nightlife. But I did set up the couches, so you can see they got cup holders. These are also rollover, so just as easy as that. You know, you just roll it over and flip it right into the middle, and they make for, you know, one big queen bed. There is an additional one that will drop down. I don't know why that's leaning over, but, you know, one additional here on the top as well for even more sleeping. Window. That's going to be some outlets and some outlets. And those lights are the clicker lights, which you can turn on. The controls are also going to be right here, 1, 2, and 3, as you'll see, which I'll show you a little up close here in a second. This is going to be a half bath, and this is pretty interesting. In the toy hauler section, obviously the toy hauler part, you know, is the most important. So what they did is they made this collapsible. So you see right here, you just pull that, and then you can actually move this entire wall. You know, so one, you can have privacy when you need it or when you need to store. You know, it takes up a little room, but you're talking about a couple inches just right there on the side. So pretty nice to have, pretty versatile, and it definitely adds to, you know, the camper. That way you get this half bath or like a wash station if you're, you know, dirty, you know, from doing whatever, or, you know, simply you just got to do your thing. You got a vent right up here on top. That way you can kind of air out maybe some of the gas that you're running. The smallest, littlest of sinks there, just enough to wash your hands and get some stuff done. And a couple outlets. This camper is prepped for, excuse me, a washer and dryer. You can put the stackable in there. You got an area to do the dryer vent, you know, all that good stuff. And then obviously you have the appropriate plugins for those. They also have a Dometic for the, you know, heat and AC as well. Dual entry. So this is going to be your second entrance right there. We've got the motorhome, the Sunseeker, you know, right out here to our right. But really cool little floor plan. But I think what I'll do now is head up, show you the bathroom and that bedroom, and then, you know, head around outside. But again, this is the 2022 Voltage 4225. And if you guys have made it here this far, I would greatly appreciate if you guys would consider, hitting that like and subscribe button if you guys want more content, here in the future. Yeah, I would find that real special. So right when you walk in, this is going to be your fuse box. So if anything quits working randomly, you're good to go right there. And these will light up. You'll get, I think it's a blue or a white when something pops and it's not working. Another control. And this is going to be kind of your central main place for setup. This is going to be all of your slide rooms, your slide awnings, or they call them glide rooms. I haven't been selling these things for a long time. Never heard of a glide room, but that's pretty neat. That's going to be your control for the LED lights here on the outside. So those are on dimmers. Excuse me, I need some water. Jeez, oh Pete's. Max air vent controller. So you click that on, you can hear it. It's opening right now. But then just as easy, you turn it off and you're good to go. Now it's kind of auto closing itself. But you got your heated tanks, your water pump, your electric water, all that good stuff all in one central spot. Real easy to use, pretty foolproof. Got another window right up here. Again, they still get the nightshade. So even though this is kind of a, kind of a throwaway window, an extra window, they still get the extra touch. The bathroom, or the bedroom, has two entrances, one through the bathroom, and of course one right there, for the main. But the bedroom, or bathroom, pretty good size right here. You get a really nice size shower. Sorry about that. My camera froze up on me for some reason. But the shower, really good size. You got a little place where you can sit down or hike a leg up if you're shaving your legs. We're just kind of sitting there chilling. You also have a place, to get some extra head height, but also some natural lighting. Storage, nothing too crazy. But then right here, again, solid surface countertops. I got that cool little bowl. Some storage there up underneath with some access to your plumbing. And one thing that I do like is they put these little cubbies in here, which I thought were pretty neat. And your sliding pocket door. Let's go ahead and close this and walk into here. And this is going to be the bedroom. So you got some storage up underneath. I'm not going to lift that up today, but it gives you, plenty of storage to put some, some random, extra comforters or whatever. Windows on either side and those little tiny shelves. You also have some outlets right down here, but then you got a pretty nice sized closet. And they built in the accent lighting, which is nice. That way you can kind of see what's going on, but you got some room for, some hanging items right down here. Gives you really everything that you, could possibly need. And then on this side, if that wasn't enough, you get even more. Flip it around. We got ourselves a dresser. Most of us should know what dressers are, but you get 4 of those. More countertop space, outlets, USBs for your charging devices. And then you get a little TV with your cable and satellite, along with your outlets to plug in, DVD player. But I think that about wraps up the inside portion of the store. Again, it's the 2022 Voltage 4225. Pretty slick floor plan, definitely one of my favorites. And then whoever RV News is, they deemed it that, Toy Hauler of the Year, which that sounds pretty darn special. But now I'm taking on just a couple moments here along the outside. So first thing I noticed, 1, this thing is absolutely massive. 2, the decals here are beautiful. You do have an option for a full body paint if you would like. You're looking at probably adding, 10, 12 grand or so to the cost. But this is a triple axle unit, so this thing is not playing around. You got your outside speakers, they're right above there, and then the dual awnings and your frameless windows. Right in here, you're going to have your pass-through storage. This also has your Go power, so you know that your solar is working and juicing up that battery. Your key TV, so your satellite and your cable TV. Docking lights, cap lights. This is going to be for inside of here. Now, it's a good opportunity to kind of show off the construction. These are all welded, at all points, which is a plus. Just adds to it. Your inverter, all that good stuff. Your step above steps, just about everyone's doing that now, but, just in case not, more of a solid entry step, which is always nice, and that folds up into the doorway and kind of stows itself away. This is going to have your 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, so with one click of a button, it will level itself. It'll also remember toe height for, when you're backing up to your truck, you can hit that kind of toe setting, and it'll get you hooked up. Above your second entrance, you also got another speaker, so you can get this thing, bumping. Now on this back one, they went ahead and they just put on the regular kind of aluminum quad steps. Not a big deal. There you're going to see your vent. That's where you get kind of some of that air gets circulated out, from the toy hauler section. Right here, you have another awning, which can go all the way out to cover the entire patio when this thing is laid out. So it really creates, some nice shade for you. If you don't get that, you can put on an observation camera. It is prepped for it. But that'll run you $550 installed, so that way you can see what's going on behind you while you're driving down the road. They put the ladder on the sides of this thing. Obviously, they can't put it on the back or it would be blocked by that toy hauler, rendering that useless. But they put it here on the side, and it is foldable out for your fully walkable roof. That way you can get on there, check your seals, do your maintenance, and get on top of the, to check out the slides, make sure there's no tree branches or anything like that, that are on there. Or you can buy a slide topper, which is basically kind of a maintenance-free type option. You put it on there, and it has a little canvas that goes on the top of this. That way, if anything hits it, it lands on the top. The voltage, this one has an option for the fuel station. So you can put in another 30 gallons worth of fuel. You got your switch right there for your pump. And then here's going to be a little nozzle, so that way you can fill up your motorcycles, dirt bikes, whatever it is that you need. Again, I mentioned that it is, the triple axle. This is going to be, let's see here, is this your black tank flush? Yeah, black tank flush valve right there. So you hook up a hose, puts a little circulation, a little sprinkler system there in your poop tank, and keeps everything nice and unstuck off the walls. Back end of your water heater where you plug in the camper. And then they got your docking station, which I love what Dutchman's doing with this. I think this is all just clean, cut, and clear. So, your hot water heater bypass valve, winterization system, outlets, all your different, valves and all that kind of stuff. You're right there along with a spray port. Auto level control. Propane. This customer did order this with a 5500 Awning, so that generator will really, work this entire camper, no problemo. And then you got the Kurt Rotoflex on this bad boy, which kind of helps, kind of pivot right here, so it makes that stopping and starting, a little less clunky. But other than that, guys, I think I've about wrapped this up. If you have any questions for me, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to text, email. My darn camera froze again, but like I was saying, I would love to hear from you. Text, email, write in the comments. Stick around for next time. My name is Hunter. This was the 2022 Voltage 4225. Have a great night. See ya.